because we need to discuss the Ferrari stealers and the runner over of man in a car and leaving him to die.
Now you can discuss it. We're live.
Yeah, now we can talk about it. It's live.
Oh, hey. Yes.
Yeah. Let's do an intro, I guess. Save your hatred, I guess.
Parental advisory, explicit content.
Let's do puzzle.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. There's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, dark territory.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Nothing to me.
It's a world much like our own, yet much unlike it. A twisted mirror of reality in which a man can find himself cast out, made invisible by public acclamation, belonging no longer to society, but only to the gray reaches of the Twilight Zone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That one didn't have the intro music like that last week or 2 weeks ago. Remember, Dick? That perfect one?
Yeah.
It just ramped up.
This one just kind of just goes.
Welcome to the LIW The Twilight review episode. What is this? I don't even know what episode this is.
It's
383. It's right there.
So it says right in the corner. So it's not
I'm Phoenix West.
Dick Ticket.
Jared DePow.
Welcome. This is TZ85 116B to see the Invisible Man. I didn't know what to expect, and you guys were discussing it beforehand, so just go ahead and continue there. I don't want to get in the way.
Well,
Jared, you were saying
I could survive a year of invisibility. And if you told me that I had to choose between going to prison for a year and invisibility for a year, I'm choosing invisibility every time.
You can't butt fuck the Invisible Man.
Bitch, very fast. And I could handle it being invisible. As long as Dr. Ball isn't hanging out inside my house, watching my every move, making sure that like my girlfriend doesn't talk to me.
Well, no,
I wouldn't be able to handle. But
no, in this society, the girlfriend would be kicked out of the house, and she would not be allowed to even look at you. She would take it upon herself to just leave. Because that's the society that they live in.
This was like 1985, and this is before the days of the internet and video games. I mean, if I had video games, I could easily handle a year.
Well, you had Super Mario Brothers. You had Nintendo NES. You could be playing what's it called? One of those famous games, Duck Hunt. Yeah, that's it. Just Duck Hunt for a year straight, and then maybe you graduate to Rampage.
Yeah, it wouldn't go over well if all you had is a shooting game for a year.
Hogan's Alley.
Yeah, it's not going over well.
That's a good one. I think that's it. Oh, Punisher kind of was a shooter game.
Whose idea was the invisibility, the special effects of that, just be like a piece of dirty gum on your forehead?
It's so gross. It's so disgusting. It's like you're a gross Hindi. It's like, why? With this festering piece of cum on your forehead. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, they got the big metal machine that they got to warm up and put it hold it with this weird handle over your head.
It looks like it would weigh 85 pounds. It's just solid steel, and the guy's like.
Well, the worst part was he was given this sentence because he was not a happy person.
Yeah. He was cold.
He was cold. He was too cold as a person. It's like, what does that even mean?
So basically, because that's the thing. Everybody on Wall Street just got is forced to be invisible. Then you work on Wall Street.
Yeah,
it's the only thing I can think of is.
Well, they don't do a good job.
Was successful in the 80s. It's like basically, if you didn't do cocaine, then you're being punished. You're not.
I think the problem with this episode was they don't build the world at all. So it's like you're thrown into this world where you're cold, your personality is wrong, so we're going to make you invisible for a year. But the guy stealing a Ferrari and runs over a person can get away with that, and that's like You're not going to jail or getting an invisible dot on your forehead for that.
I mean,
I didn't see any cops roaming.
You didn't hit
I mean,
anybody.
shit. That's true. He hit the Invisible Man.
I think you have to do all your crime when that glowing orb, the
right,
you're fine.
Well, apparently, like the glowing orb is the only problem in this new world that we live in. You can do whatever you want, just don't let the orb find you.
Yeah. Seems like
no cops, just orb.
And this lead actor was so aggravating. I wish he would have just shut up. I hated him so much.
He looked like he was in like I feel like he's been in a whole bunch of movies, but then also I feel like he's never been in anything other than this.
Exactly. That's
you
what
had
that's
the
vibe.
look about him, like that 80s.
Look him up.
His name is Potter Smith. He's in Mindhunter. You Don't Know Jack. X-Men 2. He plays the president.
Oh, and Mindhunter, is he the head of the FBI?
He's Unit Chief Shepard.
Yes, he is. Holy shit. He's got the best lines in that movie, in that show. Because he's
also in Archive 81.
Was he really? I don't remember him in Archive. I just watched Archive 81 all night last night. I watched the whole thing.
You watched it too quick. You missed this guy.
Apparently. What was he? Is there a picture?
You didn't recognize him because he didn't have a piece of under the seat movie theater gum on his forehead.
Yeah, I didn't notice him. Wow, Archive 81. Who could he have been? He must have been the I don't know who he could have been. That's so bizarre. He's not the old woman.
Uncredited in an episode called The Ferryman as Nicholas.
Yeah, I think he's cut out of the episode because there's no Nicholas. I don't remember I just watched the show, so it all bleeds together. I literally watched 8 episodes of this shit last night in a row.
I'll say he's in a ton of shit. He really is.
He's a character actor. He works a lot. And he's awful in this episode.
Oh my God, he's in a movie. Let's look at this. This looks exciting. I want to see this TV movie. Okay. I know you can't see it yet, but let me click on this from 1985, just before he did this episode. It's called The Rape of Richard Beck.
Yes!
Richard Crenna.
Wow.
It's a TV movie called that. Seattle veteran cop Richard Beck becomes a sexual assault victim and must deal with
what?
It's really a rape.
He raped Richard Crenna.
Holy shit.
That's fucking ahead of its time. Holy shit. I gotta find this movie.
Pat Hingle, Twilight Zone actor Pat Hingle. He's also
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, and
let's just go. Commissioner Gordon, you're under arrest for the rape of Richard Crenna.
I'm guessing they wisely decided to call it Deadly Justice.
Renamed
the rape of our main character.
It's entitled Deadly Butthole.
Because even like the women in movies that get raped in rape revenge movies, it's like I spit on your grave. It's not like the brutal sodomization of Kara or anything. It's called something else.
The accused isn't called Jodie Foster gets reamed on a pinball machine.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, shit.
This guy's in a bunch of stuff though, but I know exactly what you mean, Jared. He seems like he's both trying way too hard and like he's done this a lot.
Yeah, you get stuck with that label of the one specific role, and you'll see it forever.
It's my time to shine. I have this camera on me this time. Ha! Jazz hands.
Hey, I'm fresh off that rape TV movie, all right? You don't fuck around. I get what I want to say.
I made Richard Crenna suck my dick in rehearsal. Jesus.
I went into character, all right? I played the rapist. I raped him. All right?
Good.
I really had to get into character. I had to have raped like 20 people just to crap.
I got into character and Richard Crenna, all right?
That's right.
I really found my way in both those things, all right?
God didn't create Rambo. I did.
Yeah. He reminds me of an ancient teenager when he's going through his sentencing phase. He's like, "You think you can punish me? No way, old man.
Oh,
invisibility's nothing to me."
Yeah, how did he get out of the room? It looked like they just locked him in the dark room, and he's like, "Oh, all of a sudden I'm free."
Yeah,
it didn't take very long.
Well, here's the other question of this episode: is the entire world fed by a cafeteria? Is that all? That's where they get all their meals? Is the cafeteria?
It appears they do.
That's it.
Lunchroom, but for adults.
Like, what the fuck is this world? I don't like this world.
How many times do you think this guy right here has been invisible due to being a child pedophile?
That's Richard Jaws Keel.
He's invisible to the cops.
Oh, look. They also have a little hot dog booth, so it's not just the cafeteria. God.
Well, shit. There you go. This place knows how to feed you. And the guy that was the stand-up comedian is the guy from all the Crystal ice cream commercials over here in California. That's about as far as he went.
I could do a year of this on a pogo stick.
Luck up, would you?
This is nothing to me.
Can't tell him,
but
the
guy from Mindhunters. That's so weird that's the Mindhunter guy. Wow, that's crazy. That is so weird.
The dentist chair they lock him in.
Yeah,
because he's so much better.
Year on a pogo stick.
He's like really serious and good in Mindhunters, and he's terrible.
I don't think it would be that hard to be invisible this long.
No,
I mean, you look at like Japan and China and like all the guys that like can't find women. I'm like, that's like their existence is just invisible.
That's because all the white people go there and take their women. They go teach English.
What you are left over get taken by white people.
I had so many thoughts in the beginning because he's invisible, and before they showed the giant orb that's following him, like a little camera, I was like, is he just like have free range, like supermarket sweeps to just go rape anyone?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Do you not get punished for the crimes you commit while invisible?
Right. Yeah. He kept taking his dick out. Like, that's all he ever did. Look at this. Can't do anything about this. Oh!
Yeah, walks into the women's, like, locker sauna where they're just
he does do that, and it is like it's really awkward and sad. It's really sad. It's just like it is awkward and weird, and it's just like, well, he's invisible, girls. Don't react to him. So don't be like, oh, I'm being raped. My mind.
But it's like it feels like it's punishing. It's punishing the other people in society more than it is him, because they're just like, they can just do this, but like they have to all feel super, and it must happen all the time. Like 8 minutes ago, someone else came in. Maybe they'll be topless in here in the
maybe they'll put a lock on the door at some point.
Yeah, some sort of security, or
you know who don't give a shit about that? Old men in saunas and spas. They let that shit just out there. Don't give a fuck who sees it.
Walk up to disgusting. Be all like, I'm in like societal prison, so I'm just gonna go do whatever I want.
I don't think
don't talk to me.
You're not gonna stop me because you'll get in trouble.
Invisible.
Yeah. You scream
for
help.
How does he pay? How does he pay for his cafeteria food every day?
I don't know, but I don't think that orb can go inside. So
no,
I saw orbs in the lunchroom.
No, because
like
remember he
steal the food.
The blind guy is in there, and the woman comes up to him and goes, "He's invisible."
Oh, you piece of shit!
Yeah, that guy's so pissed.
Goddamn liar!
He's like 5 seconds where he's like, "Bless you for like giving me your soup, your split pea soup." Ooh la la! Look at that! Ooh, that
1980 hair everywhere. Down
there
too.
It looks like they're getting together to show each other.
Yeah, it's like this is a good porno. This is
I wish he looked sad and just slowly disrobed.
This is a night in Harvey Weinstein's cabana. All the women look like that after the fact.
There's no potted plant to finish in.
So he'll just go in the corner.
So, I don't know why this would be a punishment. I just so bizarre. It feels like a stretch to make it work. Because I feel like there's
like I said,
the people are just like, oh, this is fine.
Well,
this is not impacting my life whatsoever.
You need to build the world to let us know how this world works for this punishment to work. Because from the outside, it's just like, oh, he's invisible, and it's like he's the only guy. And he sees one other, and it's that chick, that redhead, and she's the only other woman who has this punishment
that guy.
Yeah, there was the one guy that he met that wanted to say something, but
it was just before this.
Oh, maybe I skipped that part.
Drunk.
Maybe I
He's like,
asleep.
"What do you do?" He's doing the TV. What do you do with the drunkens? And he runs into that guy, and then he drunkenly walks in here and attempts a sexual assault, but gets shamed out of it. Which Kevin Bacon and the Hollow Man would have raped all these women.
Oh, yeah. He would have been all on it.
He would have plowed right through him.
That 80s bush.
Just
big time.
So much hair in this shot.
Oh, you don't want to let any of that hair get wet either.
It's not even that hot in here. This is just all the hairspray in the air.
Yeah. Don't light a cigarette. Oh my God!
Just flash fry them all.
The Invisible Man killed 80 people, but we can't prosecute him. He's invisible.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do with him? He's invisible. We can't do anything.
I can't see him. I didn't see him do it, even though I was there.
They're
showing it in court.
It's like comedy club.
Like I know in the courtroom, I know Exhibit A here is the video, and you can't see him, but you got to believe me, he's totally here killing all these people. How does the courtroom work for the proof? I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Or the guy gets an ice pick stabbing everyone in the eye and the face. I'm invisible. Idiots. What a stupid society.
Stupid
society. This modern society.
Girl who just wants nothing to do with him, just completely ignores him, and then like a little while later, oh, just
yeah. Fuck that bitch. She was all over him. And like he was trying to be nice, and because like you and me are invisible, we can talk to each other. You fucking bitch, and you come crawling back as soon as he's free. You make him go back to jail, bitch. You bring him back. You bring the orbs, and they arrest him, and they make him have the invisibility again for another year. That's probably what happens.
Yeah, he gets punished for learning his lesson that they're trying to teach him
because he's too cold. He's not a nice man, so they have to make him invisible with quotation marks for a year.
But the outro, literally, Robin Ward goes, he learned his lesson a little too well. Like,
yes.
I guess that's a twist.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I would love to see prison, like in this country where like people learn their lesson a little too well.
Yes.
I think those are the people that are like locking kids up in the basement.
Yeah.
They learned their lesson a little too well.
Well, I mean, I guess they're talking about the Hurricane Carter, I guess, who's been in prison for 50 years and gets out and he writes a book. You know, it's like, he learned to listen too well, that guy. Wait a minute. He was falsely in prison. He learned it too well. He learned his lesson too well. What
lesson? Don't get falsely arrested for.
Don't be black in the South. That's the lesson I learned. Jesus Christ!
I think we all knew that lesson.
Yeah, we kind of told them, don't do it. Don't go down there.
They did a good job casting an actor who looks like a smarmy fuck. Like he looks like you said, Jared. He looks like a sleazy Wall Street dude.
Yep.
I could not make the connection with Mindhunters. It's amazing.
And I love
He's so much younger.
This scene's great when he goes home.
Yeah, with the hat.
Almost Howell here.
There's a hole in there.
No, go to that scene where they show the kid. He's going to set the kid's table, and he can't. The kid, the grandmother goes,
creepy ass kid,
like little kid that looks like he's been molested 75 times this week in Hollywood because it's Hollywood.
The kid looks like a ghost of a ghost.
Oh, he looks horrible,
evil. But why is he
bags?
But he's invisible. Why is he trying to put on a hat? Who's he? What's the goal here?
To cover up the mark so people would actually talk to him.
Yeah,
well, they don't see it. He's invisible.
No, but if you don't see, basically society is trained. If you see people with that mark, you have to ignore them.
Don't talk to them.
So
he's not invisible.
You cover it up with a hat, then people would actually talk to you because they didn't know.
Thought he was.
He thought he was so smart,
really
like nobody had ever thought.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
See, he sees the mark. He's like, I can't
just ignore it.
Yeah, you're trained to ignore the people with the mark. The mark.
But yes, as if nobody ever had the idea of putting a hat over it.
Well, that's why the mark burns through the hat and makes it impossible for you to wear a hat. What if you were a big sports fan?
You just have a hole in your hat.
What's up? Like if you wear your favorite sports team hat, it's going to burn through your hat. Like, fuck! I paid good money for this hat.
A Lions hat. I would wear that all day.
So if he rolls over in bed and he's face down on the pillow, would it burn his pillow?
Absolutely, it would burn right through.
All the way through the floor.
It'd be like that scene from Halloween 3 where the girl has that malfunction and her head blows up.
Oh yeah.
It's like the alien acid, the blood acid in Alien.
Yep, that's what
I want to find that little ghost boy.
Oh, he's like he's toward the middle there, but it's the kid from Jurassic Park. It's the kid that says, "That sounds like a big turkey." That's the same kid. Same.
Yeah, this kid's in a bunch of stuff.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
Creepy looking.
And my buddy used to do improv with him. He was an adult doing improv in the modern era.
I can see him looking just like this as an adult.
I think he was. You
don't mind if I sleep here, do you? No, of course you don't.
That's my mommy.
Milk. There he is. I've been molested.
He looks like the ghosts in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Devil's Backbone.
Or they just put a little powder right here and that makes you a ghost.
He might have been in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
He actually looks like one of the witches from the next one.
So if the kid talks to him and he gets caught, does the kid have to go invisible now?
Yes, that's right. God damn it! You got to teach him early.
Imagine like some 9-year-old kid who's like, "All right, you're invisible for a year. Nobody's gonna talk to you." It's gonna. It would.
Yeah,
the kid would go crazy.
They did that. It was called School Year 2020. That happened. That actually did happen. And now the kids are fucked.
Socially awkward.
They were fucked before that.
Mommy, what is the world doing to us? Oh God, now you got me thinking about that witch episode we just Night Gallery Witch. What a oh God. Oh, not even a Jack Laird episode. I want to punch in the face.
I want to see this.
We're getting ahead of ourselves here.
One of my favorite characters in this episode.
Oh no, I couldn't unless of course you insisted.
Unless you insisted on giving me that. That's too.
I insist.
Don't touch me, you faggot.
You are kind. You are kind.
You are so kind.
Old man gets punished now.
And that waitress is pretty hot.
Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch!
Looks like he's gonna have a stroke. Face down the soup.
Doesn't even finish his peas.
No soup for you.
Damn you.
He's running away, that blind man.
Irate.
He had to make sure he put someone with a walking stick before he got too far away and tripped and fell.
Oh man, that's like that was ridiculous.
Cafeteria is an interesting thing because it looks like a hospital cafeteria or something like that.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
But why is that where everyone eats every day?
I think they're trying to
choice. It's probably where craft services was.
Well, I think the idea is you're trying to really push the point. What if you're in a big cafeteria and nobody looks at you, and that makes you more isolated? You're in a room full of people and nobody wants to look at you.
Where will there be the most amount of people?
Yeah, and it's just like it's more for story than reality because it's like I don't want to live in a future where I have to go to the fucking local hometown buffet and that's where you're gonna get your meal. It's just not. That's not happening.
Well, wouldn't the story been more effective if he had a family and had to deal with them ignoring him?
Yes.
They grounded him to something?
Yes. It would have been to have something where like he was forced to be like living with somebody or something, like not just being like a bachelor living by himself. Which
or you would show the layers of the world where they take the family away. Like they physically remove the family and like they can't look at him and they come in and they put him in like they put him in the Dune cubes from the first Dune movie where they're all blocks and they run. You remember that bad special effect? They put him in. Watch Dune.
put one of the orbs right in his house and
exactly. Yeah,
that orb and force that his family just completely ignores him.
Sure, that'd be more interesting. I think
a little security camera just sitting there watching the awkwardness. Where his kid,
how about the video doctor? How very ahead of their time were they in 1985? Using what looked to be the internet.
Yeah,
in a webcam.
Oh yeah, like she's like, look at the camera.
She's like, I have to see your face.
And that's your face.
Look on her face when she sees. She's like, you bastard. Click.
I wish it kept the old man. He walks in there. You bastard. That old guy everywhere. What about that hilarious scene where he goes to the comedy club? And listens to that awful stand-up
row. I'm not going to cause any trouble. I'm not here to cause problems. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Wellington, your table for you.
I like how he goes, the reason I'm here, I could never afford this place normally, but I'm here tonight. It's like, you couldn't afford a shitty comic club? No one's eating food in that restaurant. Yeah, it's like, look
at you.
And this guy's not even good. He's not even Henny Youngman good. He's horrible, this comedian.
He watches the horrible comedy. He leaves because the light is too blinding for him for some reason.
Well, because the light is on him to blind him out. I think that's on purpose. It's for him to be.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
For him to leave. I think that's the idea. They're trying to
comic stands right in front of him, so his back is to him. So, like, you got the
I guess,
of you, and then the light's right on you.
He does awkwardly walk out there and stand there for it. I guess that was on purpose. Yeah. But then he walks outside and has what I dubbed the rape versation, because he's forcing this conversation on this lady and she does not want it.
Yeah, she don't want it now. She'll want it later.
Please. Look, no one can hear us here.
Hey, potato sack lady.
My name's... Wait, please, don't be afraid.
Does the carpet match the trade?
I have to talk to someone. I'll risk another year of invisibility if I can just talk to someone, just for a minute.
Well, you just did.
Is that foreshadowing?
You just did. And this stupid bitch gets you in trouble again. This redhead minx.
You didn't get anything out of her.
No, she's awful. She's awful.
Fridge?
I found the video doctor.
Medical file.
This is after he gets ran over by a Ferrari. Stolen Ferrari, by the way.
Medical attention.
He gets chased by a car and does the Charlie Theron and Prometheus, where he just runs straight away from it.
Yep.
No, it's so effective to run away from the car.
You bastard!
Gotta go kick.
Okay, here's the Prometheus run. Dude, what do you think he's doing wrong here? I'll outrun this car.
Serpentine!
So much faster than this Ferrari.
Oh my god! And then on top of that, I wish it would have been him getting hit like Meet Joe Black. If it would have been that scene, he gets hit by 4 cars. Walking across the street.
How about when they show up to take the dot off his head? He's just like cutting his own hair awkwardly in front of the mirror. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that today was the day."
I mean, I look at him.
Cops just like casually walk into his apartment as if they had a key to the place.
Yeah,
they do have a key. You hear them unlock the door.
They do have a key. They unlock the door. Yeah,
you hear like, and he's like,
"Yeah, there's fumbling of the keys. They're coming in. You can hear them."
What if they broke in and he thought it was a break-in and shot him? How many years is that invisible?
Yeah, how many years of invisibility does that get you?
The Invisible Man shot these 2 guys. Okay, moving on.
Did an orb see it?
See, you hear it? They have keys. They have an actual key to his door.
An actual key to his apartment.
To use once in a year. Why do they
maybe twice?
Knock.
This means the invisibility loft, where like all the invisible people got to live in this building by yourself.
Again, yeah, probably. Maybe that's Why not? World building. They don't even establish that.
Yeah,
that would have been more interesting.
I thought the prison was supposed to be your mind, and not
right. But it's like, yeah, I mean, he's just living freely in the world. It's just like, but I don't know why or how that's even possible. But and there's only 2 of them or 3 of them in the whole episode. So wouldn't there be more invisible people walking around?
Imagine him be forced to go out with the cops for a drink. Like, hey, get out of jail. Now we insist that we take you out for a drink.
If you don't, and if you're an alcoholic and you refuse us, that's another year. It's customary. He's like, okay, I'll do it.
I don't want to be.
It's tradition.
Yeah,
it's tradition.
It looks like it weighs 80 pounds.
Yeah,
it looks like it's shaved down a weight.
It looks like a comically big locker combination.
Yeah, like a saw device. It looks like it would hinge open your jaw.
Yeah,
it kind of looks like a kettlebell.
Yeah. You hear the sucking noise. I picture the guy in the booth. All right, that's removing the gum from his forehead.
We're picking off the 3rd nipple from his forehead.
And hello, citizen.
Here we go. Hi, citizen.
Like a mustache.
Hello, citizen.
They look like Maytag repairmen, and their suits are all like twice, 2 times
baggy as pants on the top.
Remember that episode, Dick, we did of 85 Twilight Zone that was the repairmen? I think it was called A Matter of Minutes. Was it that one?
Yes. The guys repairing the world. Yeah, they're all dressed like Maytag guys, taking away the time, erasing time as it goes by.
I remember a lot of blue stuff in that.
I think it's the same outfit. It's got to be because it's the same show.
Probably, yeah.
It's the same outfit. And I think what happened was they originally casted a bigger guy, but then he fell out last minute, so they had to get this guy to fill in, and he's too small for the outfit, so it kind of sags on him.
It looks like a porno still. If I show this right here, publicity still from a gay porn.
It's tradition to butt fuck the shit out of you after you're back into society.
Look at this guy.
I mean, we couldn't butt fuck you while you were invisible.
Nah, it's stupid. We can't see you. I can't spit on something I can't see.
I mean, if my friend here with the mustache would be an orb duty, I can see if I can get away with it.
Come on, orb. I'll put my orb in you.
Wah, wah, wah.
So that was
terrible animation of the orb where it's not going the right speed.
So scores. What's your score on this one, Phoenix?
Oh, then his coworker's like, "Hey, you're a better person." Then he talks to her and gets another year. That's the end. I actually like this one. I gave it a 7.
Wow. I will give it a 5.
Oh, really? Wow.
I give it a 5.
I haven't seen Ultraman, but I'll give it a 7. It wasn't terrible. It actually was intriguing and really got my mind going. So it was actually pretty decent.
I was worried at the beginning that it was going to drag or be stupid, and I know what you mean, Dick. It would be better for some world building and kind of like I was saying earlier with stakes, where the character actually has someone that we know that he a family member or something. There's nothing at all to ground this guy. We don't know who he is. He's just a selfish dick, and suddenly he's not, and then he gets punished for not being a selfish dick. Right. It's the wrong messaging, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was weird enough. What a weird premise.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of weird little scenes put together. Like all the stuff in the cafeteria was found amusing. The old man yelling at him. There's so much I laughed at in this.
Yes,
God damn you.
Ghost.
He looks like he's going to have a stroke there.
You son of a bitch. Why couldn't he get soup on his own though? Because he's blind. He's an invalid. He's gonna knock the soup out of his tray. It's pretty self-contained. It's like he can get from point A to point B with soup on his tray.
And they have waitresses because she tells him he's invisible while she's serving him at the table. So she could have brought the dude some soup.
Why'd you give him some soup, you fucking bitch?
Sorry,
Jesus.
Cold people can't be seen, and blindsies don't get any soup. Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna mistreat a blind man. I'm gonna give him peas and shitty white bread with butter on it. That's all he's gonna get.
I got a feeling she does that to him a lot. Like, she does not want that guy to have soup because he's blind. So she tells that guy to be invisible, no matter who he's talking to. She could have brought the soup to his table, though. I assume he's not gonna fumble that shit like he's in an infomercial. Burn his little blind face.
Turns out he's a narcoleptic and it's a drowning hazard.
All right, let's get out of here. We have 2 more to get to. One of them will be real quick. But until next time, in the meantime, Phoenix West.
Dang it.
Jared.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jared. About
Jared, that's fine.
There's an outro I can play. 22.
Ooh.
Yeah, we get to hear him talk some more. Let me find that real quick. It's the timer when I do this is always directly behind my camera. So I'm just going to stare awkwardly just to the left of it. 22:44, is that what I said? Yeah, don't 22:24. Sorry, this should be quicker.
In the world.
He's about to learn a fucking lesson. Don't learn your lesson.
Don't
get the Twilight Zone.
Don't talk to me.
A small footnote found in the court records of some parallel world. The name of Mitchell Chaplin, who served his sentence of invisibility and learned his lesson well. Too well. This time, however, he will wear his invisibility like a shield of glory, a shield forged in the very heart of the Twilight Zone.
Even in the intro, he got the little Twilight Zone stinger at the end, and in the outro. That's some real talent there.
Oh, he's a pro.
I moved on from that podcast, by the way.
Okay, we're on the next one. We're talking about witches now. Oh yeah. Hold on. Wait. Are you doing it, or
I can do it?
The banners. I got it right now. Did you? Oh, that's the witches, right?
Witches.
Yeah. Pretty.
There you go. I'm sorry.
Stop there fucking with it.
All right, I
got it.
You got it. Right, that would be immoral. Steelers and the runner over of man in a car and family, and like they can't
fuck you while you're in.
Sorry, this should. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Is it recording? Hey, we're good. We're on the second one there. Let's do an intro here. I'll do this.
You're entering the vicinity of an area adjacent to a location. The kind of place where there might be a monster or some kind of weird mirror. These are just examples. It could also be something much better. Prepare to enter the scary door.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
A bizarre little item here offered to the gourmet who takes his banquet seriously. If sometime you're invited to a picnic under the moon, you might best check the other guests. The ones who didn't arrive in automobiles. Who, as a matter of fact, parked their brooms in the corner of the meadow. This little nocturnal clown bake is called a Witch's Feast.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone, episode 384 for Night Gallery 318, Witch's Feast. Fuck it. I'm Phoenix West.
Take it.
Jared Pound, you had me at clam bake.
Yeah. Man. This fucking episode.
It should have been called Witches Order Out. How about that? How about they call it that? This episode's going to be a lot. Witches Feast. Go fuck yourself.
Liquor cabinet.
I have
Witches
3 notes.
Uber Eats.
I only have 3 notes for this. My first one was, ooh, someone saved Halloween decorations. And then the second one is the joke, it's a delivery woman. And that was about 2 minutes in. And then my last one was just because I was bored. I looked it up and I was like, oh, Agnes Moorehead is the head witch who has 99% of all the dialogue. Most of it rhyming. Like she's Warwick Davis in the Leprechaun movies.
Oh, I hate it so much. And the fucking makeup is so bad. It's like, hey, we got this leftover stuff from the kindergartner. Do you want to put it on your face, Agnes?
I don't even think
I'd been better off in black and white instead of trying to do a little bit of color.
I would
have done that in black.
Absolutely,
looked pretty.
The painting looks better.
Well, again, there's your ratio. The painting is good, so that means that the episode is shit.
I don't think the painting's good. I think the painting is better than the episode.
Again, 99 times it ends up being the case.
What is with the fucking music?
No writer on this episode.
It's early 70s.
It's written by Gene Kearney. It's not Jack Laird, and it feels like a Jack Laird short.
It's Jack Laird that put his name on there.
Let's see the. Oh yeah, look at those Halloween decorations they got put up.
And that third witch don't talk once. She's the extra. She's the extra central casting witch.
If she would have talked, the nose would have fallen off.
If she would have talked, it would have to pay her.
Well, I think they had to give all the dialogue to Agnes Moorehead. That's why she agreed to be in it.
Well, because she could remember lines. I think Ruth Buzzy must have had water brain or something because she couldn't remember anything. I give it a 3. Good night, everybody.
I don't know what to say about it. There's nothing in it. They talk
it's
and
5 minutes of rhyming. Yeah, it's 5 minutes of rhyming.
Bottles and name the ingredients while they cackle.
And then the chick arrives and says, who wanted the ham on rye? Hold the lettuce. Like, no. What? Look at that.
Stop
oh my God. It looks like Gene Simmons.
And I tell you, you'll just have to wait. Stir the water, demon's daughter.
You get the idea if you didn't watch this one.
That's it.
That's
5 minutes.
Like the entire thing. It's only 5 minutes, but
5 minutes long. For some odd reason, I had downloaded all the episodes on my computer. It wasn't in there. Apparently,
Good.
When I was reading on Wikipedia, that episode only ever aired once, and then when they replaced it with something else.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
It's a DVD extra. That's it's a DVD extra. That's what this is.
Yeah,
that's why you didn't get it when you downloaded it. I forgot. I mentioned that
for good reason. It was terrible.
Well, hey, this one was buried, and yet it couldn't hurt. Got to go on the air. So
they're proud of that one.
The hell, they're proud of that one. That's why I
hate
that
this
must
show.
Be. This show
so bad.
Keeps killing you inside. Poor Carl, and no wonder fucking Rod Serling died 10 years later. He was just done with it. This stress, the stress of this show must have just killed him. It wasn't
what
the
a
cigarettes.
stupid ass freeze frame to go out on.
The ham sandwich.
Dun, 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 dun. That's what I expected. It's so stupid.
And those are her real teeth, by the way.
Yeah,
those teeth ain't fake. Those are cigarette stained teeth right there.
Now the sandwich she's holding is fake, but those are real teeth. There's nothing else to say, right? We're done.
It was 5 very exhausting minutes.
Yeah, 3. I guess. I guess a 3. No, I'm gonna go 2.
Yeah, I got a 2.
Yeah,
I can't give it a 3. It's not worth. It just feels.
I'll give it a 2.1. I'm really being generous.
It's bad. It's annoying. It's the worst crime it has. It's annoying.
The reason why it was buried as a DVD extra and didn't get replayed on TV. They're like, yeah, this is terrible.
Oh.
We can all be winners.
In fact, we want 8% of them to be winners. That's what we aim for here at the Night Gallery.
We're about there, yeah.
Luckily, it's our only Night Gallery for the night. So now we move back on to 85 Twilight Zone.
Yeah, 85.
All right. Well, that's a 7-minute podcast. So until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Jared
DePau.
Oh, I hate this episode.
Look up Agnes Moorehead at your local library.
The goal would have been if we would have just cut it at 5 minutes and be like, and this is how long the episode was. The actual
did that once.
True.
Let's see. It's gonna take me longer to save this shit than
it was to do it. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, superstar.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man. So yeah, Archive 81, worth watching if you got time. But Netflix canceled it, so the ending is the ending, and it's like, oh my god, it's kind of a happy ending, but kind of a fucked up ending, so it kind of works like if it was the ending. But there's unanswered questions, of course. Because
and then when
it's it looked interesting. I don't know.
It's good. It's worth watching. It was very good. I enjoyed it. It's a good mystery build up, and there's some good kind of like, ooh, that's creepy.
I'm still trying to wake up from my apparent power nap.
It's interesting that you're drinking a Fanta. That's in Archive 81. We go across the street. We're going to go across the street and share a Fanta. And she's got it. She's talking to it through the computer. And then the old lady comes in. She goes, "Stay away from here," and grabs the guy's throat through the computer screen.
She's invisible.
Kind of. I forgot what this episode. What was the next Twilight Zone? I forgot. I kind of lost it already.
The Devil's Alphabet.
That's right. Okay, I remember now.
Let's do an intro. Oh God. I just want to play. I should just play in as an intro the entire Witch's Feast.
There you go.
We just have to sit here and wait.
How dare you?
Otto, you gotta do something. There's a gremlin on the side of the bus.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Oh dear Lord, some sort of hideous monster. Oh, isn't that cute? He's trying to claw my eyes out.
Citizens, I'm not excited. I'm not going to start screaming. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone 85, 122B, Devil's Alphabet. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Dick Dickett.
Jared DePau.
I wish I had a ghost effect to play.
This is the 389th episode of the Devil's Alphabet group gathering.
What is their goal? Why are they meeting? I don't understand this episode. What?
It sounded like a frat party that was just full of bunch of old timey English douchebags that are like, wouldn't it be cool if just even the dead people still got to vote, but they had to show up to the meeting and make their presence felt?
That's awesome, man. We should do
that.
Right?
It's late 1800s. You're like, it's legal cocaine.
They didn't waste any time in killing off all their members. The group only lasted it's 25 years tops. It's it doesn't even go. It doesn't even themselves. The next year, one guy blows his brains out.
Yeah, and then he just comes back and is a ghost. He's like, "Cheerio! Let me just down all this wine." A little while as a ghost.
And it was Neelix from Star Trek Voyager. That was that character. The character actor who's been around for everything. I didn't know he was... he's the only American in this episode, too. He has no British accent, but it's in Oxford, so go figure that out.
Ben Cross, the main character, is also from Star Trek.
Yeah, Ben Cross is a bunch of Star Trek stuff. Yeah. And I'm sure the other guys in this episode were from Star Trek somewhere.
I watched these in order. So this is the third one. I get to this, and I just watched The Witch's Feast, and I'm like, this one starts off, and they're rhyming again. And I'm like, motherfucker! Oh, there's still more rhyming to watch tonight.
No, God, no.
Part of the rhyme was they ignore half of the alphabet. Only A through G is what we omit. I'm like, that is not half the alphabet. That's 7 letters.
Don't question it, asshole.
No, barely even a quarter of the alphabet.
I was so
apparently the devil ends at G.
Yeah,
apparently.
And I wish they focused more on the devil part, because it's just nonsense. I don't know what their goal is. I don't know what they're trying to do right now. I don't know if they're just a meeting because they're all
a mockery of the Greek, like a fraternity thing, like to call it the devil's alphabet. I equated it as like a frat, like an anti-frat type of deal, like the whole Greek society.
But at the end of the episode, he goes, we've made us all to damnation. Like, well, you guys did it. Why? Why'd you do that?
You call yourself the devil's alphabet. It seems like you might be satanic. I don't really know. They don't get into specifics. And you make an evil pact, and then you're amazed that weird shit is happening. Where's the mystery here? I don't care if they die.
The devil's alphabet. They got a devil's haircut in my mind. Got a devil's haircut in my mind.
Yeah, but at least we know what that song's about.
They got mop hair. I hate their hair in this.
I can't stand Beck's songs. I like Beck, but his lyrics are nonsense.
Dear Mitt, sworn are we to devilry, high-blown words and revelry.
Dionysus Everulus, Andrew Bryan and Cornelius.
May Apollo gild our chumps. Diva Eli, Frederick Grant.
Cheerio.
To this, our names we do affix.
There you go.
November 1876.
Hate these assholes. They don't do anything. They get they're doing a satanic pact, and all they do is sit there and go, sure sucks having this satanic pact. Until next year, gentlemen. You're like, what do you
dissolve this? Oh, we don't want to dissolve it. Okay, we'll try again next year.
Well, and then the one guy dies because he kills himself because he's broke. He loses all of his money.
yeah.
And the second guy kills himself because he's broke, loses all his money. Or he wills the money to the other guy that ends up dying at the meeting. So that made no sense either. And that was like the third year. So this devil's pact thing is just really short-lived, and they kill almost the whole group in like the first 5 years.
Yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous. It's like, huh?
He kind of implied that like the ghosts of the one members were killing and hanging the other.
Yeah,
like
right. Why?
Get up there. There's no step, or no ladder, or anything like that. I'm like, well, I guess.
What's the point of that?
The other people in the frat or whatever hanging there.
They're not. Why? They don't have one of those packs where the last surviving member gets all the money they put in there.
Right.
The last member dissolves the whole thing. He's like, hey, I don't want to die here, so let's just cut all the ties here.
You guys are already dead. I'm done. I'm still alive, so I'm gonna cut the cord right now.
I just don't understand the benefit of having this satanic group when the only thing that happens in the group is you slowly die.
No, they did make the pact for eternity. So the plan was, even though they would all die, they'd still continue meeting every year in the same place, even though once they all die, I'm pretty sure like some family's going to move into this house. And then all of a sudden, like one day a year, all these ghosts get together and drink all the wine in the house.
Or it's
I think it's absent. Like there's some weird shit going on there with they feel like they're seeing shit because all the ghosts are and they're all green.
It's going to be a 31 flavors Baskin Robbins, and they're around the table, and like the ice cream melts, and they're like, "Oh bloody hell, what is this? I would like a Snickers ice cream sundae. $7? My God, that is outrageous. I remember when I could buy a boy for $7 and do what I want with it.
Pint for $7.
My God, man, what is this? You've let West result of damnation.
I'm hung up on this, but I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't
know
what they were doing. No. It made very little sense to me.
And then those guys die in the freak accident. They get in the carriage, carriage, and it burns. But like they focus on the guy, he has the same ring. So is that supposed to be a ghost, or is that supposed to be another guy of the Devil's Advocate who we never met, and he's going to kill him?
The carriage, it kind of like acted like it exploded.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say this: they actually had a real horse pulling an on-fire carriage.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Like that's not CG back in the 80s.
No, God, no.
That's a horse
And
that could have caught on fire.
And they shoot the horse around the turn here.
I love this lady, right? There's a lady right about here. I think it's when this goes past it, and she's just kind of like, the fuck was that? It's all these extras have no idea what to do in this street set. Just staring at it. It's like, huh.
I think it's a dummy. I think it's a dummy. That can't be a person because there's no way they would have cleared that with safety. Oh, by the way, you're going to get an extra $20. You stay on this corner, this flaming carriage that we don't know is going to flip and kill you.
Yeah, there's an actual horse that will run by pulling this flaming carriage.
Good luck. I'll be over here.
Direction, you'll be dead.
I'm going to be 50 yards over here behind this wall of flame retardant haystacks.
Yeah, this is only 3 years after Twilight Zone had another horrible accident involving an actor. You'd hope they would learn their lesson, but I don't know.
Oh,
she looks like
no,
a real person.
And then let's flash forward to 20-something years later where Michael Bay severely destroyed a woman's life when a cable snapped out and sliced her head open. And she, I think, either died or was horribly brain damaged. And she got like $100 million out of the studio for that one.
That's what insurance is for.
Well, that's what write-offs are for. Michael, we need to, cut the budget down. Can you have an extra kind of get whacked with a wire? Allegedly. Yeah, look at it's the fucking Haunted Mansion group.
Yeah, it's awful looking.
I mean, you gotta give them credit for the mid '80s. It was pushing the envelope.
Do you think they did it like Tron, where they just smeared all this makeup on them?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's possible green screen.
Each year, for as long as I may be alive, and thereafter as we have sworn, I have a proposal to make for our mutual benefit.
For my benefit. When I say mutual,
you're all dead.
Because you're all dead.
They look like sex dolls. Look at his mouth.
I'm going to use you all for eternity in my sex dungeon.
My lord, grant your objection damns us all, though your honor is sustained. But pray recall the purpose of the devil's alphabet.
What is it?
High-blown words in revelry, not this sullen, mute damnation.
Still have no idea what's going on.
Will you not?
Fine, I agree. We can all die in peace. Like what?
Keep in mind why we started this club.
Asshole.
I expected him to get into the reason for the club there, and he just doesn't.
No.
No, it's never actually stated any of the purpose of any.
Don't you remember why we made this club? It was just to get drunk every Saturday.
Remember when I was joking instead of for all of eternity? I wasn't serious.
Yeah.
I don't even believe in the devil. What are we doing?
76.
I'm a Buddhist. What are we talking about?
And I love how out of nowhere in the beginning, that one guy who comes up with the idea for the pact is just like, I have an idea. He clearly thought it out a lot because it's a very involved plot of his. And it seems like he was doing a scheme. Like I kept waiting for it to be revealed that the ghosts were fake and those guys weren't really dead. And they're trying to con this guy out of the money. But there's no money. Nothing adds up ever.
Well, I thought it was every time a member dies, his estate goes to the club. And so the club, the group gets the money when somebody dies, but they're still members of the club in perpetuity of forever because they're dead. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you're out of the club, but you give everything you own to the club. But because they were broke, they couldn't give any money, so they have to keep their soul in the club. That would make more sense. Like because they all died broke. Well, that's what I mean. They're all broke and they owed the group
$15 because he died from falling some lady's tray and broke something.
Last time, old Chuppy raped that woman and we threw her away for 5 shekels.
Yeah,
yes,
I do.
He owes me 4 shekels.
It's the only time I can think of where they fine a ghost. You owe 100 pounds sterling for being late because you're a ghost. That's
the bill was $15, but we're adding this $100 penalty for being a ghost, good chap.
Not here. What a shame.
Good day, sir.
It just comes out of nowhere when this guy's like, I have an idea. When we're dead, we still show up.
He said, "What the deuce?" Because
What
I
the
had to
deuce?
rewind it. Because I'm like, I've been watching Family Guy, and I'm like, "What the deuce?" And I'm like, "Okay, there's a Stewie reference here."
What the deuce? That's an old phrase. It essentially means "what the devil." That's what it means. That's the translation. What the devil?
It's a gay club, right?
Yeah, I know.
Pretty much. Look at that.
Thought
Yeah.
I'm like,
Remove your clothing.
Professor to the YMCA or something.
What is the password, Fidelio? That's the
change our
password
name
for the door.
Change our name from the Devil's Alphabet to the Boy Scouts of America.
We shall change our name
to the Devil's
Mambla. We shall call ourselves Rob Zombies the Monsters. No! You horrible monster.
It'll make sense eventually.
It'll make sense when you see the film, not the trailer. Do not judge it based on the trailer.
I feel like we need to have a
promise you
pact
that.
on this podcast where even if we die, then we could start.
Yes, in perpetuity.
Yeah, start finding Adam for being really late.
For
he owes about $5,000 already.
Yeah,
he's $5,000. Frank's about $2,000 deep.
Well, let's keep finding their ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. We'll keep a little ledger. Do you want to be our accountant, Jared?
Yeah,
that's what I do.
It'd be creepy as shit when Adam's signature starts showing up in blood.
Yeah.
Every time they show a signature in this, some asshole has to go.
You gotta touch the thing to make
because it's fresh. It's fresh. It's fresh.
He does it like 3 times in a row there at the end. Oh, wet.
Yeah.
Oh, wet. Oh, wet.
Like,
Oh.
So it's not really a signature anymore because it's all smudged.
Yeah.
Asshole.
You can't read it anymore.
I hate
I hate quill pens.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we won the American Revolution.
Yes, me too.
I'm glad we
I say it
did
gets.
Oddly enough, it was 100 years after that
we beat those redcoat
Devil's
bastards.
Alphabet was formed.
Oh my!
Possibly in retaliation to those damn Yankees.
Yankee bastards! I'll show them a thing or two with no more letters after G. Let's see what they will do without my beloved Washington when his first letter won't be recognized.
Yes.
Ashington. Ashington.
Letters.
I was scrubbing the episode for something else to play, and there's only
Yeah.
this. It's the very end after they absolve the pact.
Oh, they kick it on fire.
That's it.
I'm going to live the rest of my days in Hawaii. So good day, chaps. Too bad you all hung yourself and died in fiery car crashes.
Blew your brains out and left me a letter.
And you blew your brains out. 2 of you blew your brains out. 2 of you hung yourself, and the 2 of you got burnt alive in a carriage. Oh well.
I love that he finds his friend after he shot himself in the head and steals his suicide note. So I'll leave a mystery for his family.
He's fine.
She crumples it up, takes it.
He picked Harvey Dent over you.
Part of the estate.
I would tell you about your father's note. What if I told you that he picked Harvey Dent over you? What? That's right. She picked Harvey Dent. He's a homosexual. He wanted Harvey Dent.
I want to spare you the pain. I burned the
letter.
This is part B. The A side of this episode is "Take My Life." ... So it's an ellipses, please.
Didn't we see that
and
one?
There's this, and then there's the library, which we have watched.
What was the library?
Was that the Francis Conroy episode?
Yes, it was. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is. I just found it. Lori Petty is also in it.
Oh my God.
But "Take My Life, Please" has Tim Thomerson, which sounds like a fake person. Xander Berkeley's in that one though.
There you go. All right. Okay.
And apparently, this guy who used to be the original Ray Romano. I don't know who this guy is.
Hi. Look at me. I'm Ray
Botenkia.
Yeah, Patenka. He's in Heat.
He's in Heat. He's
Holy
Timmons.
shit. Timmons
then,
in Heat. Is he the guy that who gets shot up in the drive-in?
This guy.
Remember that scene?
It's the guy from Trancers. That's Tim Thomerson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's in the Doll Man movies.
Yeah.
All the Charles Band greats.
I'm looking forward to Take My Life, Please. It says comedian Billy Diamond plays a tough gig in the afterlife. Now I'm not looking forward to it. God damn it.
No, it's gonna be terrible. It's bad. I can already feel it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. He must perform an act that will decide his fate in the afterlife.
There you go. The episode has a 7.1, and that's considering it's all 3. I'm going to give this one a 6. 5. I can't give it a 6.
I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, I was gonna go 5, but I don't want to be the unanimous. I'm gonna go 4.
All right, that's good. Good for you.
Because it really had no plot.
It would have been an interesting episode if things made sense and I knew why they're doing what they're doing. They spent it looks like a lost episode of Night Gallery, does it not? The set is all that stupid Victorian furniture bullshit. Everything's red. It looks like it's a lost Night Gallery. It's terrible looking. I hate it. Visually, it's garbage. I'm looking for my notes to see if there's anything else. Nope. Nah.
Nope notes.
I wanted to play the clip there where he talks about the A through G's, the letters we omit, but I don't feel like listening to his whole rhyming speech again.
That's because characters, 7 Cambridgeans: Andrew, Brian, Cornelius, Deaver, Eli, Frederick, and Grant.
Oh my god. That's why it's A through G?
That's why it's A through G.
Are you looking up like a Wikipedia thing for this episode? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do any research because I was pissed.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, Grant is Howell Bennett. Okay, interesting. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Yeah, now that you said it, I can see it. Andrew, Brian, Creditor, I guess is the C.
Cornelius.
No, I don't see Cornelius on here, on IMDb at least.
Cornelius on the Soul Train.
There he is. Wayne Alexander plays Cornelius, the guy from Babylon 5 and the X-Files. And Spaced Invaders.
Yeah.
And man, a lot of ways they could have fixed this episode. Next week on the live stream and the podcast, we are doing this will be more fun. So it'll be in 2 weeks from tonight. Twilight Zone 2002, 142 Sunrise. Twilight Zone 2002, 127 Rewind. TZ 2019, 103 Replay. We're doing that one again.
Oh my God!
But I think Rewind is a replay is a remake of Rewind from 2002. That's why I put them together. So
okay,
the 2 new shows we're gonna do. Thank God we needed a break from Night Gallery in '85. That's all we've done lately.
We've done quite a lot.
We haven't done any other show than from '85 or Night Gallery since. Holy shit! Oh, back on May 31st was the last time we haven't done one of those 2 shows.
Wow.
There were a lot of episodes in those series.
Yeah.
Well, we need to bring back a Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Well, that's on a different show. We're doing that on Beyond Belief is on September 9th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, since we went to once a week, it's getting a little tricky to keep getting to that show. But if things happened, if off show, we might go to twice a week again. I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, fine. That's whatever.
Because I want to do more anthology as well. Because Beyond Belief is a crazy amount of fun.
Yes, it is.
And Jared, it's been a while since you've done Beyond Belief.
Yes.
Yeah, you got your score up, Jared.
We talked about the show that, like the Twilight Zone spinoff that some dude in Detroit did on public access.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're not talking about
Lee
that
Martin
no more.
Night Hour.
Yeah,
I ain't watching that.
We haven't done that in
we're
a
gonna
while.
take our time on that one. No, no more.
We're taking
It
a
broke us
very,
for a
very
time.
long break from that show.
I don't blame you.
It was getting to the point where you're just like, okay, I'm done listening to this shit.
Yeah,
this guy
So
seriously
Frank-
has an issue.
Jared, you have 4 points on the Beyond Belief score sheet. Frank has 7. I gave him 1. He wasn't there that week, but I let him take guesses. And for some reason, Dick is in first place, and he went whatever the opposite of whatever Dick says. I'm like, why would you do that? So he only got 1 point
Smart.
because Dick got 1 wrong that week. So he technically really has 6 because that's how many he was here for. But 1, 2, 3 episodes. You were only here for 1 week. You got 4 points. You did 3 episodes. 3 episodes for 6 points. But Dick's up 29 to my 26 on that score sheet.
That's right.
Yeah, we need to get back to that show. That's fun.
It's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of guest stars that just pop up of people that you're like, oh my god, they're on that show. It's amazing. A lot of surprises on that.
Chris Titus was in that one.
Titus, yeah.
All of the bunch of Canadian actors show up.
Oh yeah.
It is a lot like when you watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's a lot of because it's all shot in Canada and it's all the Canadian actors like Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling and those guys.
Yeah.
All the Ryans.
They all
And
show
they're all
up.
from Canada. But all right, guys, let's get out of here. So until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Take it.
Jared DePau.
So long, citizens. This concludes the podcast.
A
that
through
ignores
G.
PDJ.
Q T.
Make it work.
W.
Someone make it work.
Yes, thank you guys for having me on. I will be back again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't hang yourself or shoot yourself or get in a fiery.
I will not. I
carriage
will
accident.
not get into the back of a burning carriage.
Yeah, don't do that.
Next time you're on, remind me. Actually, we're still recording. I can just ask now. We got to be quick about it because we have another show to do after this. What's your history with the Twilight Zone? Did you watch it growing up at all, or is
I mean, I had heard of it and it sounded interesting to me, but like growing up in like the 90s and stuff, like before the internet, I didn't really have access to like be able to watch it. And then I went off to college and like totally consumed my life and just totally forgot all about it. And then met up with Frank and he's like, yeah, you should check out this Twilight Zone thing. I'm like, oh, hey, I forgot about the Twilight Zone. It sounds pretty cool. I should start watching some of that. And
did
now,
you watch the original series at all yet?
yes, I did. I started watching it from the beginning. I got through like the first season and then got distracted with other stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta get back to it.
Second
What,
season.
your life is too important for the Twilight Zone to watch.
Life gets
My
busy,
God.
especially now with like Friday nights. Like starting next week, I referee high school football. So next 9 weeks, I'll be on the field.
Yeah,
sounds like a fucking nightmare.
It can be.
Damn my contract, you little shit!
Look in the rule book.
Can you throw the things at the kid, the yellow little flags?
I once hit someone in like the stomach, and I was like, "Yeah, it's about a foot higher," and I would have blinded him.
Did you tell him that? Sounds like a
Yeah,
I would have blinded you next
I
time.
didn't hit you with it. Maybe you shouldn't have been misbehaving.
Yeah.
You're lucky I didn't stab you in the heart. So go back
Yes.
to your bench.
We look at it and throw the one that had rocks in it instead of sand.
All right, let's get out of here. Jared, you're welcome back anytime.
Yes, thank you.
Nice having you on, but
Ed.
bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.